4 days on, the largest prisoner exchange since the Cold War still dominates the Russian papers, a sign that Moscow considers it to have been a great success. The Russian government paper Rossiyskaya Gazeta believes the exchange was to our, in other words to Russia's, benefit. The papers here feature two key messages that I think the Kremlin wants to convey to the Russian public. One, that those who return to Russia are heroes, while those who've left are the villains. And two, that Russia won't abandon Russians in trouble abroad. That's a message aimed particularly, I think, at Russian agents operating abroad. Komsomolskaya Pravda's headline: the motherland greeted the swapped Russians as heroes. Meanwhile, agents of influence of foreign intelligence services are returning to their bosses. Let's just remind ourselves who we're talking about here. The so-called heroes who have returned to Russia are a collection of hackers, spies and agents, like the deep cover agents Anna and Artyom Dultsev, who had posed in Europe as Argentinians, and convicted FSB hitman Vadim Krasikov, who'd been jailed for life in Germany for assassinating a former Chechen field commander. Putin meeting him off the plane is the front page photo in the government paper. Nezavissimaya Gazeta shows this embrace. Moskovsky Komsomolets concludes, it's not every day that the Russian president goes to the airport to meet those who are not heads of state. At the highest level possible, Russia is saying this: we are proud of what Vadim Krasikov did. We are proud and consider it was delivering justice. So on the one side you have spies and agents and a hitman, and on the other, those Russia released included Kremlin critics, journalists, human rights activists and artists. Quite a contrast. The government daily comments, we despise those who have flown away. We have not a drop of sympathy for them, but we have pride in our guys. When you think about it, that phrase, our guys, is quite extraordinary. I mean, free dissidents like Ilya Yashin, Oleg Orlov, they are Russian citizens too. But the authorities here have divided people into us and them, into pro-Kremlin, anti-Kremlin. And so the political prisoners who've been swapped are portrayed here as disloyal, pro-Western. Their guys, not our guys. Komsomolets continues, in the years to come, this model of reaching agreement with the West by saying, we have something you really want and you have something we want, let's swap, will be the only option. It is the only basis on which a resolution can be achieved in Ukraine. In the 1980s, Ronald Reagan drove his Soviet vis-a-vis crazy by showing off with the Russian proverb, trust but verify. This won't work today. Today and tomorrow, and I suspect the day after, it's more like don't trust, verify 5 times over. Finally, Izvestia suggests that the deal should not be interpreted as a positive moment or progress in relations between Russia and the US.